What's up guys, it's Alex from Upskill, helping you create better video content. So in this video I'm going to be talking about what video camera to use for video production. Coming up. So these days there's so many options, what camera to buy, where to start, and the answer is that it's easy. You just buy one camera and you just start. Maybe it's your phone, you start filming and then you start finding out, hey, actually I can't get this blurry background look with my phone, so maybe I can look at another option. So basically I've been doing video production for over 5 years, and through that time I started with a Canon 60D DSLR, and then I just learned, okay, this job, this requires this requires this. And then eventually I've got a whole bunch of different cameras to do different jobs. So basically we can talk about, you have things like DSLRs, which have the large sensor look. Then you have these hybrid cameras, which are like DSLRs in video camera bodies, but are not true video cameras, but can do extended recording. And then you have video cameras, which can do extended recording, but they're not very good in low light, and the look maybe doesn't look as spectacular as these guys. And then I just threw in the drone because it is still a camera and you can get some pretty cool results with it. So if you have a super limited budget and you want to get into video production, maybe you're a business wanting to figure out how they can get started in video, and that basically comes down to like, your phone can, sometimes shoot good enough video for just simple stuff. You just find like a tripod and start talking, and then you sort of figure out, oh, actually maybe I need just like a cheap lapel mic to sound better. And basically you're learning these little skills bit by bit, and you're building up, it's like a muscle. You build that skill and then you can take it to the next level when you're ready. So now focusing more about the nice production look that we all love, which is with DSLRs. So DSLRs is probably the lowest cost entry point for creating excellent looking images. So you might have a camera and you've got different lenses, and basically if you have things that are prime lenses, you can get super blurry backgrounds, which look fantastic, but it's not all about the blurry background, it's about the content. So sometimes you don't actually need one of these DSLRs. Maybe you can just film it, like I said before, with your phone, but usually people love the images that they see and they're like, wow, I want to do something like that. So DSLRs are a great starting point. And maybe that's all you need for your work, and you just figure out what kind of jobs you're getting. And so with me, I started with the Canon 60D DSLR, and then I started getting asked to film conferences, and I was like, wow, the DSLR can only film for 12 minutes and then it stops recording, and that means that it's going to be very difficult to get a continuous recording of something. So then I figured I'd have to buy something like a video camera. This is a really old camera. This is the Sony EX1, and this basically allows me to record continuously. It's got dual card slots, so basically just switches to the next slot when it's ready. And the most important part is you've got electronic zoom control. So you've got a lens with like quite a long zoom range, and you have control over that zoom. My favorite reason why I still use the EX1 today is because of these zoom controllers or zoom demands. So basically you plug this into your zoom and then you attach this to your tripod, and you can control the zoom like that, just like with this little rocker. And you can also start and stop recording. So that is an awesome feature of these kind of cameras. I've shot cage fighting, UFC style stuff, and these guys are the go-to things. They also have a smaller sensor, which means, yes, they are not as good in low light, but you are able to have a control over your depth of field. Smaller sensor means that the depth of field is deeper. So where you were to shoot, say, fighting sports, action sports on this guy, you'd be always fighting for focus and things will be going in and out of focus really, really fast. But with these small sensor cameras, you'll be able to keep things in focus, and as long as you've got enough light, you'll find it's very, very versatile. That's why sort of news people would use this kind of camera. So if you feel you need extended recording, you might want to step up to something like this. And this is not necessarily a step up, because this is, A7S is newer than the Sony FS100, and I prefer the image that I get out of the A7S, but the A7S stops recording at 30 minutes. So you might want to look at something like this. It's also handheld quite well, because you are able to put your hand into the grip, you're able to brace it into your body and then operate the lens like that. And so these large sensor video cameras have their part, like they're a good production tool, they're reliable, you don't have the sort of limitations of the DSLRs that you do with this kind of production camera. They are a little bit bigger, so the DSLRs are more compact in form factor. You can carry more of these than you can with these guys. And so it's really just what you need for your kind of jobs that you're getting. So always just start with something and then you'll sort of figure out, oh, actually I need this. Or maybe you go out and buy one of the FS100 and then you realize, actually, I don't need extended recording that much. I can actually sell this and I can get a DSLR and that'll still solve all my problems. Maybe I'm only filming short interviews or short promo highlight videos. The last camera I want to talk about is a drone. So drones are just the kind of things where you just think, I want to get this shot, and you can get it. So you can fly anywhere, you can fly low or high. You do have to follow the rules and not put people in danger, so don't do any silly stuff. But it's really such a creative tool, and it's amazing the kind of shots that you can get now with a drone. And drones are all different price points now. You've got the DJI Spark out, which is a tiny handheld kind of drone, and it's really amazing, the technology, how far it's come. So in that case, maybe you want to get into a niche of drone photography, drone videography, doing real estate or doing overviews of land or something like that. So it's really a huge range of stuff that you can get into in terms of video production. It's such a broad category, and whether you're a business owner or you're a filmmaker, there's so many opportunities for you right now. If you want any more information on the gear that I mentioned in this video, links are in the description, and feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share, it'll all help. So I look forward to catching up with you in the next show. So I'll see you there. Learn, create, and inspire.